aircraft and taking out runways, it has allowed the forces to push further south, the Chinese forces. So we're seeing now actually some armor pushing south, even across into the border with UAE. And what we're also seeing is that the naval resupply force, which we thought was just a harmless bunch of cargo ships going up to Kasab, have actually landed in Fujira. And apologies if I pronounced that incorrect, but they've landed there, and it was actually a surprise amphibious invasion. So they're now offloading all their tanks and all their SAMs in that area and kind of opening up a bit of a second front on us. So that leaves us in a situation for this mission where we have to make a bit of a decision as to what we're going to go for. We're going to try and seize Kasab, move the ground war on a bit, take out some tanks, try and take the airfield, or are we going to go after Fujara? Now, the problem with that is that Fujara has some of the HQ7 SAMs, has some of the TORs, and it looks like they may also have some radar-guided AAA, so it's going to be a bit of a tough nut to crack. So if we now move on through the tabs along the bottom,
Do what?
I don't
What
know,
do you?
Cap, if you're already looking at the Theatre Intel tab.
Mm-hmm.
So that's just something I've created there. You can see the red is obviously the Chinese forces pushing through the different valleys there. There's a bit of a salient going on down south that risks cutting off our forces. If they manage to make it to the coast, they'll create a bit of a pocket there, which could be very dangerous for us. You can see the blue forces. Now we've been reinforced with the Army's M1 Abrams tanks, so we're pushing north towards the coast, along the coast there. So just a reminder, of course, if people get shot down, you've obviously got combined arms there if you want to drive those tanks. And I've marked on there as well the different FOBs that have been set up. Another thing of note this mission is that Oman are back in the fight. They've set up their own FOB Paris off on the east coast there, and they've managed to procure from India some Lend-Lease Hinds. So if anyone's interested in flying a Hind, you can take one of those off, go along the coast there, pop into the east of Kasab and start plinking away at the armor there. There's quite a lot of armor in this mission to take out. And of course, we have local air superiority, so that's a bit of an advantage to be, how can I say, exploited. Also, you notice I've marked on that some Allied pilots that have been shot down, so if anyone's flying a Huey, that's an available mission as well. That's on 40 FM. Just be aware there are some ground forces as well around, just lightly armored, infantry that might need taking out before you go and rescue the pilot. When you get near the pilot, they'll release an orange smoke flare to let you know exactly where they are, and then with your homing on 40 FM, you should find them. There's two pilots. Once you pick up the first pilot to the north there, the second pilot will become active for you to pick up. Moving on to the Naval Intel tab, Cap.
Um,
So you can see we've still got the landing battle group around in the area. Because we managed to knock out the runway, then really the only aircraft around that are a threat are the J-15s, which are, the Chinese version of the Su-33. There's about a dozen of them left, we think, so they'll be out in force providing cap cover. What we've seen from Intel is they're mostly around the new invasion site in the south, so they shouldn't be harassing us too much at the north. Just be aware, though, that as you progress towards Fujira, then there is a risk, of course, that they might try and slip past you and take out one of our AWACSs. So, yeah, try and exploit them as heavily as possible. In terms of enemy naval air defences, well, the battle group has still got some destroyers and some frigates to worry about. In Kasab, there's only now one Type 71, which is that amphibious transport in the picture below. Well done to the guys for taking out the other frigates and destroyer last week. In Fujira, that resupply force that came in and was actually an amphibious invasion, there's a Type 54 in port. So just be aware, of course, that's got all sorts of seaways and things like that. And there's a 52C destroyer in the bay. So those are a threat as well as the actual SAMs that they've managed to deploy so far. In terms of an overview of Fujira amphibious forces, you've got an aerial overflight image there, and you can see that the Handy Wind is the main vessel that the Chinese have used to land a lot of this military hardware. There's also a small cargo ship marked on the photo, and you've got the layout there of the Type 54, which is in dock, and some of the defences. So, as I said, there's an HQ7 But there's also some radar-guided AAA and some TORs around there, so just be aware. It's quite a relatively tough nut to crack. In terms of Chinese strategy, well, what you'll see actually is although they bombed it yesterday, they're actually quite keen to try and occupy the
Mhm.
airfield at Fujira and repair it. So you actually get a message in mission that there's a convoy en route to go and capture the Fujira airfield. So if possible, it'd be good if someone could take that convoy out before it gets there. And then you've just got a message there a photo there of the radar-guided AAA and some man pads. So just be aware, anyone, don't get too low. In terms of Air Intel, well, I've already told you that it's basically just J-15s this week due to the good work you did last week. But of course, we still have these long-range H-6 bombers as well with their cruise missiles, which could be quite a significant threat. They've already managed to take out one of our Patriot sites, which means we have slightly less SAM cover protecting us than last mission. So those H6s, even if they've managed to release their cruise missile payloads, you should try and take them out before they can return back to various bases and refuel. Finally, but no means least, we have the grav information there, so you can see that there are now 3 different FOBs that you can start from. If you so want, you can go off and try and take Kassab Airfield, but there are infantry at Kassab Airfield that will need taking out before you can land your assault squads there. The assault squads are available from FOB Dallas. They're in like the ring of flags that we've used previously to land cargo. Otherwise, the Hueys, you can do your CSAR, and there's a detail there about which radio frequency to use. And in terms of attack helos, well, there's plenty of armor to plink away at, whether you want to take out the armor on the coast or the southern area, wherever you want to go. And that's it from me, Cap, if you want to go through the flights, and then I'll take questions. Thanks.
Thank you very much. Flights, then questions, then tactics, guys. I've got some ideas if we've got enough people. So, Springfield, Fleet Defence, Cap, F-14s, Whistler with Luke, Skill, and Seahorse. Dodge, a mixture of things, Bogs, Alley, Shugs, Shrek, Jigsaw. Colt, what have we got? Bogs, Canadian and Australian. Obi, Jackal, Centillion, Grump. Jarhead, Harrier, Bean, Macabu. Enfield Empty, Pontiac, Mirage, Elo. Chevy, that's my lot today. Vipers, Cap, Dobber, Chopsticks. Probably going to be doing Cap today, to be honest. We'll see. Saab, Vegans, amazing work last week. Hopefully they're going to do good things. Blood and Stoat, don't underestimate the 60s Vegan. Cobra, in Cobras, played by Camovs. Perth, Unexpected Pimp, Saint Red. More, Gazelles, at Perth. Artie, Stallion Empty, Iroquois Empty. Muscat for Paris. We've got a single Hind by Blight. And that's it. Shame we didn't have a bigger turnout, but it's all right, I guess. Questions for Bean?
I was looking, since no one is flying transport at all. If we use our 2 lives, like in the KA-50s, can we switch to transport, or just 2 and done?
Yeah, that's fine by me. I mean, at the end of the day, if no one flies transport, it's not the end of the world. It just carries over to the next mission that you'll have to assault and take the airfield. But yeah, of course you can do that. I have no problem with that. I have thanks for mentioning it, because I have changed it. It's not infinite lives for transport helos because there's not so significant an air threat this time, and I didn't want people to be basically ferrying troops around, getting shot down, and it being like airquakes. So yeah, that's why it's been changed. It's
So
obviously 1 life for
planes,
everyone else.
so
Yeah,
planes 1 life like normal. Helicopters 2 lives. Is that right?
that's correct. Yeah.
Okay.
Um, quick question. The anti-ship, are we talking about the ships at Fujira port, or are there other ships like the carrier that we need to go after?
We're not going off the carrier.
Yeah, I left it basically a bit open. You'll see that a lot of the flights have loads of different tasks in there, whether it be SEAD, anti-ship, or CAP. It's really up to you what you want to do, and talk amongst yourselves the tactics. As I said, there's only a dozen J-15s out there, so we're not going to need a huge amount of CAP this mission. But there is quite a lot of significant ground targets that need taking out. And as a tornado pilot once told me, you know, fighter pilots make movies, but bomber pilots make history.
Ooh, well done. Very
Damn.
nice.
I believe it was attackers.
Any other questions? Okay, guys, I'll show I have a very rare idea. It's very rare. I actually listened to the brief and I have an idea, so let's get it out there. I think helicopters and AV-8s operate in Oman, and they go and take Kasab, just, you know, attacking the tanks that are there and picking up the pilots, and that's that. I reckon the rest of us should do a massive attack on Fujira, and it's only got 2 ships guarding it. We can take 2 ships on, I reckon, and the usual array of AAA and stuff. So let's take some standoff wet weps. Let's get the cap in the air. Let's take some standoff wet weps and J-Sals and J-Dams. Maybe J-Sals. Oh, I don't know, Washley, because they're going to get shot. Don't know. That's you guys figure out. And smash it.
So I've already got a plan for the Vigans to hit the SAM site with the Tors and the HQ-7s there. Nice. And then I've got an option of either 2 Vigans against that target with 8 BK-90s, which might be overkill, or take a second Vigan out with Mavericks, the T variant with a big heavy warhead against the ship. And that should take out the ship. It might not sink it, but it will certainly disable it. And at that point, you're free to chuck in whatever glide munitions you like, because there'll be nothing to shoot them down.
Try.
I think to capture Kasab, though, we'd need that Type 71 taking out.
Ah.
I
What's
must
it got,
say,
guys?
We can deal with. Hang on, we can deal with that after we've taken Fujira, because it's only a 10-minute flight for us to Fujira. So,
well, in that case, can the choppers operate south of the base then, south of Kasab, until we take that ship out, assuming Blood doesn't screw it up and kill himself?
We've also got the Hornets, anti-ship Hornets. They could go up there, and the Type 71 could just be J-damned.
Yeah, it's an easy strike.
Because it's only got Sea-Whiz.
I
don't
like that idea.
There is no overkill.
All right.
On the HQ-7 and the Tor, Harm PB works very well as long as you haven't woken them up, because obviously they don't look at anything till about 6 or 7, well, maybe 9 miles when they wake up, and by then, if you're in PB mode, it's too late, and it does work very well. So I'm actually planning, just depending how Blood gets on, to lob a couple of Harm PBs just to take the radar heads down, and he'll hopefully then be easier for him to kill all the rest of the launchers.
Yeah, well, I'll give you the TOT, so if you want to chuck in a Harm or 2 before then, I'm not going to complain.
Yeah, I mean, I'll do it. We'll do it because, I mean, obviously they're pretty quick, and I can throw them from about 50 miles away.
Nice. Okay, so Springfield, general cap as usual. Dodge, heading over to Fujira as soon as possible to pre-brief some harms in there, and then maybe get a second go, but maybe back for some J-Dams or something. Colt, a J-Damming Type 71, then coming back just quickly, no messing around, to come back, rearm, and come and attack Fujira with us. Jarhead operating in Oman. Elo's being Elo. My guys are Cap to take on bombers and stuff. Saab's got his plans. Choppers have got their plans. Nice. Anything else?
One little thing.
Sorry, do you want the 14s to all be pure cap, or do you want us to stick a couple of talds in over Fujira to get the SAMs active for your...
No, we don't want the SAMs active.
Okay.
Remember, at Fujira, there is a Type 54 in, and he's got HQ 16s, 17s, one of the two, and they will shoot you at 35-ish miles. It's MR on the RWR.
There's only 3 of us. We're going to be needed against those bombers priority.
I'm sure you are, and we'll also have plenty of 120Cs, so we'll try and get rid of a few of those before we go back to the carrier to rearm refuel.
Wicked, guys. Easy night. We'll wrap it up quickly. We'll get the medals and we'll go home. Well, not with the chicks, but with some friends.
Is it okay if half the choppers go to Kasab and the other half go against that southern Chinese armor?
Yeah, that's fine by me. I mean, myself, I don't know what Makabu's planning to do, but I was going to go and have a plink at some of that armor as well. But there's about 10 tanks down there, so there's enough for both of us, I think.
Copy.
There's a lot more ground targets in on the northwest coast, though. So up to you.
Okay.
Okay, Dobber and Chopsticks. Chop. And let's get going. Elo liked it.
That was an original joke.
Elo liked it.
Is the server up?
Elo's had lots of coffee. He likes everything.
If I get one laugh, I'm happy, guys. in my life in general.
Ha 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 ha.
Mm.
Don't think the server's up yet.
Ah. Ah.
We already have a password, but
I
we
think
don't
it
have a
is.
server yet.
Yeah,
That's a
server's
first.
up.
Oh, did you hear about Damp? Poor old Damp.
No.
Got a
No.
first.
What happened?
Well, I admit it's a first world problem, but his prison where he works I've changed him to night, so he can't play anymore. Oh, damn!
Oh, what?
And he's mad as hell about it.
Everyone's favorite buffoon. It's not fair.
That's a shame.
Mm.
Is that like on a 6-month cycle or something like that?
Maybe. Don't know.
Or until they get new recruits in.
Never been a prison screw, so I don't know.
Have you ever been screwed in prison, Cap?
Wow, I'd like to be. They won't have me, boys.
Only after he does his tax job in Jersey.
Yeah, apparently I'm too vulnerable to put in prison. Right, guys. Enter the Dragon. There it is. Server's up. Wow, that's really efficient for Obi, which probably means it can't be him.
Exactly right. It wasn't me.
Maybe. Wow. That was. Yep. There we go.
Good one.
In we go, guys. Don't worry, I'll be in within 30 minutes of my new loading time. Obi refuses.
This one's taking a while to load on my end.
Yeah. Okay, so it's not just me.
Yeah, me too.
Mine's stationary.
Here we go again.
Has the server crashed?
I hope not.
Well, no, it's
Oh,
still
no,
happening.
Oh, no,
moving,
action.
moving.
Yeah, I'm moving.
Someone gave it a kick.
Yep, there we go. Well, that's fine. It's not going to be a omen or anything.
Who are we torturing?
Ooh. We'd like to torture some people at the moment. Hey guys.
Don't we all?
Yes, we would. Off comms and see you in there.
Fucking just... okay. This is taking forever to load.
Well, I'm expecting a target-rich environment. I'm going to go all 6.
Gotcha, Lima Charlie.
Have you guys actually logged in, or is it stalled again?
It's stalled.
If everyone would stop stealing the server's broadband so I can log in, that would be greatly appreciated.
Yeah, it's stalled again.
Yeah, mine's stuck at like 99% or something.
This can only be a good thing. I blame Obi. This does not bode well. It's kind of just frozen here.
Has anyone actually managed to load into the server yet?
Negative.
I stuck on mission loading done, even though it's clearly not
You
done.
guys are getting in?
Yeah, seriously.
Nope.
Yeah, it
Come on,
froze
same
at
here.
like 90.
Yeah, mine was it kicked me out.
Just managed to get in.
I don't know. This gives me a bad feeling.
Ah, success.
Let me.
There we go.
Oh, it's just me that's not getting in then.
No, I'm stuck as
No,
well.
I'm stuck as well.
I just got kicked.
If that's how long the server took, I dread to think how long the Tomcat's going to take.
Yeah.
That's a DCS issue. This is a very odd server issue and not very good.
Yeah, not again. Oh, what the hell?
It's okay, we'll just blame
So,
everyone's favourite ED
running?
employee.
If it's not the server, then it's the network.
gonna restart the server? Give it 5 more
Man's
mics.
hung at netsim post start.
That's
Yeah,
where I'm
same
putting up
place.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Click
mine
back
was
on
on.
DCS
I've
again.
just got in though, so.
People are getting
Leaving
in.
good.
I'll tell you what, I'll give it a restart just in case.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll drop out now.
It's stuck on trying to hit escape.
Did the server just get reset?
Yep.
It did.
Yes.
I just loaded in. Damn it.
Yeah, it's taken an awful long time though. So.
Yeah, my DCS actually crashed. It was stuck on not responding.
Yeah, mine's still
Mine's-
frozen.
I got through the restart, but now I'm stuck on mission load done.
Anybody confirm that the server's been reset?
Just on the
Yep.
safe side, I'm gonna go clean out metadata stuff.
It's
no,
completely
this is-
hung. I'm taking it out and reloading it.
Yeah, it seems like this is like a server specific thing. I haven't had any problems on anything else. I blame Obi.
Was it hanging for you?
Yep.
Now
Yeah,
hung on
same.
mission,
On
load,
mission
done.
load done.
Yeah.
Same as the World War II server used to do.
It got restart, and then now we're just hung here. Technical difficulties.
Just
love it.
hanging around.
Yeah, on the World War II server, though, it's definitely to do with the missions, because since Obi reverted it back to the previous version, there's been no problem.
Yeah,
So there's a
that
bean
I think
problem.
it was definitely mission on the World War II. I went through them all and reconfigured the jump in between missions.
Oh, the bar's moving.
Oh, hang on, back. Something's happening.
Oh. Just for good measure, let's restart it once everybody's loaded.
So, what's going on? I mean, mine takes a long time to load, but this is stupid.
Server restart.
Oh, brilliant.
Everybody.
It's
I can
excellent
see
news.
a lot of people are connected.
Has
No.
not fixed itself.
Now being kicked out. Obi!
Sorry.
So confirm it has been reset, and what do I do to this point?
I would
Probably
close
in
DCS
task
World
and-
completely.
Okay, I'm closing it completely. Close program.
Okay, I'm out, Auntie. You can go back in. Sorry.
Right, back in 2 minutes.
Close the program.
What do I do?
Stuck in the same spot, and that's him post start.
That's where I'm at as well.
Right, I'm restarting game. Everyone restart your game.
Restart
What
it.
is this cap? Hellhounds?
Yeah. That would be 48 minutes. Before the guy turns up.
Wonder how many of our stream viewers have been around that long to understand what the hell we're talking about.
Probably not.
God, hellhounds. Jeez, I have not heard that in forever.
Mm-hmm.
I've just had a horrible flashback. Please never mention that again.
Someone say hellhounds.
Whoa,
No.
there she is. look at her, just turning up from Singapore and going, "Hey guys, I'm back from Singapore. Are you actually going to play video games with us today?"
Stream crash? Shows it's working, okay. But is it going to hook my DCS like I need it to? Okay, now it does. Oh, that's going to be a delay. There's always a frickin' technical issue. I can't take off on regular time, can I? Oh my god.
Stop at the hold shot and wait for Grump.
Yeah, I'm loading back in now.
Yeah, no worries.
maybe it's gonna hang again. No, server didn't die. It just I looked over to my OBS and I didn't see it hooked DCS, and then it showed disconnect. So I don't know what it's doing. I had to restart DCS. Gotta wait for it to let me back in. Let me in! Let me in! This is the worst. Come on, come on, come on. Yeah, I think it's gonna give me that 5-minute hang treatment again. You guys might want to go forward.
I don't know in particular rush.
Fuck's sake, come on. It makes me curious as to why it's doing this, especially on these missions.
Yeah, I don't have the best moments in these missions, in fact.
Yep, here we go. Yep, there we go.
Too much.
Hopefully my translation's good. Sweet. Bombs. 2 GBU-38s. Bombs. B3 bombs. Nope, that's a V4. I can go. 3 and bomb. Yep. Fine. Hit. Hit. Yep. There we go. Okay. Right. All
right, let's put some things back on this thing. Copy.
Transmit. Turn that on. W HUD.
Flight controls. Flight controls.
Turn on. On. Firm on. Yep. Killing QRF launches, CM forces 5 and which are red recommends to spray them before they capture it. Oh, come on. Don't freeze. Why?
How's it looking, Gordon?
I think my shit crashed. Yeah, I think it crashed. I think I'm just not allowed to play today.
Sorry, say again?
My DCS crashed. I think I'm just not allowed to play today.
Copy. Okay, well, we'll head off and then
Fuck's sake.
hopefully you can catch up when we're coming back towards Fujira.
Yeah, I guess so. It's starting to really piss me off. What the fuck is wrong with this thing?
Anybody know the frequency of the AWACS? For data link.
Coding
I
overload.
believe it's 252.
Yeah, that was a strange thing to see. Encoding overload. Okay.
Jay will take off 5 seconds apart, and then right turn, head north up the coast.
Yeah, no kidding.
2 copy and ready. Okay, leads rolling. 3 ready. rolling.
And freaking wait again.
3 left rolling.
Yeah, I absolutely feel that gif right now.
F-16's up and heading to Fujira.
And now we wait.
Roger that, Cap. The Vigans are intending to strike the SAM site at Fujira at 0600, so if you can keep Cap cover with the 18s around that time, that would be much appreciated. Save time again, I'm just looking at my clock. 0600, it's in about 10 minutes time. Perfect, we're 50 miles away, so that's perfect. This has been in the AV-8s. If there's a spare aircraft, we could do some Cap cover up here. Yeah, the Tomcats are airborne and engaging them, but we're being shot at quite a lot as well. Macabre bandit left.
Alright, 3 times the charm? Yeah, maybe. Fingers crossed, guys.
Lost an E3.
Already lost one of our AWACS, damn.
Everyone's still with me. Yeah, 2's behind. Alright, let's put some things back on this thing. Copy. Hey, behind under 2. Okay, copy. Well, we'll have to be careful. Looks like it's pretty hot up here. It's supposed to be quiet. So keep our eyes out. We'll try and not get tangled with fighters. We've only got 1 A120 apiece. Rearming complete. Good splash.
Okay, force taxiing a runway.
Excellent news.
Yeah, the question is, how do I get to said
Okay, there's our fencing. Get the pod warmed up. Get the JDAMs warmed.
Got here to taxiway off run. Take a left.
And 5 degree climb, we'll head up to 30,000. Two jumping bags.
Yeah.
Dropping back. Wow, that brings back memories. That looks like you was at Jackal blasting past on my right hand side. Might have been.
Force taking the active.
Okay, leveling out, 30,000.
Yeah,
right over the top line.
Full start. Airspeed's alive. 80. 100. 120. 140. 60. Okay. They're up now. Flaps up now.
Coming right, 10 degrees.
Using climbing 20 degrees. Laser setup. Clear. Set up.
Do we have anyone to deal with that convoy heading towards Fujira Airfield?
F-16 here, but not equipped.
Spotted Fujira Naval Force at high alert.
Do we have any F-18s that could redirect? I know they're under attack at the moment. We've got Ladder 3 heading north to we're about 80 miles south of Saab. We could redirect if you like.
Roger, even if you don't destroy the whole convoy, getting a few bombs out of it will at least slow it down.
Whereabouts are we looking?
I believe they're heading from the port at Fujira to the airbase. There should be a large road between the two. Look along that. I'm hoping you'll find a large convoy of Chinese vehicles.
Copy, okay, we'll redirect. Okay, you catch that, chaps. We're going to go right. Redirect to Fujira first.
Fujira sea defences are fine seawards. Anyone know what's attacking them?
4 copies. How are we going to do that with JDAMs?
That is an excellent question.
Can we just CCIP these things?
No idea, we're still a few minutes out.
Cap, I was just watching F6's the ATM 88s.
Roger.
Good, Obi.
Good.
Yeah, I'm assuming this. Did you say the convoy was moving? It might be a problem for us when we've got JDAMs.
Yeah, it is moving. See what you can do with it, even if it's a long convoy, so if you drop the JDAM relatively low to the ground, the flight time shouldn't be too bad. The aim here is just to stop the convoy long enough that we can bring in something else with Mavericks.
Copy, okay, we'll do what we can.
Okay, drop center snake.
Just one step.
Okay, TOO, JDAM display. set E-fuse for instant instead. Hit display. Mission.
Just in left again, a bit too far. Okay, so yeah, just in left again, a bit too far. We'll do what we can with the JDAMs and see if we can just get one to disrupt the convoy. I don't know what the panic is about it, but
Is about 40 miles to the southwest of you guys, but I'm bustering.
both the Vickens are down anyway now.
Are you on 243?
I am on 243, yeah.
I mean, I was just wondering, is CTL the setup? I'm just in MIA trying to build some Hawk sites.
Yeah, no, it's not. It's still between missions. So the idea is to take 3 of the big crates to wherever it is you want to have a Hawk site and then build the next mission.
So the big shipping container looking things, yeah?
Yeah, that's right. The 3 biggest shipping containers, either at the port or I think there's some at the vault as well. Jackal, do you fancy heading to Kasab anyway, you two, and taking the ship out? Yeah, you're the boss lead. Happy to do it. Yeah, if you two split off, head north to Kasab, and try and get the Type 71. If you stay high, you should be safe. Stay at 30,000. Looks like waypoint 1 is set as Kasab for the guidance. Received, 2 turning left to waypoint 1. And then Grump, do you want to rendezvous with me over at Fujira?
All call. We've got a lot of contacts out to the east, need immediate air support.
Hey, lead, you're danger close. You have a contact right next to you.
Got it.
Got some furball in there. I can't really get closer to see.
2 turning bucks. Flat, 2 and 3. 2's down.
Shit.
3's down. Splash 1. Oh, we just got banned there, Grumps. It's just me and you now.
Great.
Possibly merge with something else there.
Okay, well, everything next to you looks friendly. I'm only seeing friendly contacts. We have another, looks like MiG-29, probably the J-11s or J-15s. Further out, about 80 miles, roughly 050.
Magic 1-1.
Bastards are going for AWACS.
Looking like.
Okay, lead. I'm still about 20 miles behind you. I see a couple of people in the cons. Okay, what was... Let's see,
Ships in the bay of fire. Where's he come?
Yeah, GCI 252.
Magic 1-1. Go, Q4. What's the picture looking like?
It's not telling me who's who. Lead, you still with me? What just happened there? Lead 4, radio check. Anybody out there?
Come on, you got it on.
Shit. Wow. The rest of the flight's dead. Fantastic. Okay. Type 54 killed Obi. Wow. Okay, well, air picture seems clear for the moment. TOO mode. Release type. Nope. Defuse. Delay. Game display. TOO still set. Mission. Okay. Clear. Stop flight, just a heads up from Colt Flight, there's only one surviving member of Colt, and that would be me. I'm going to see what I can do for Fujira, but we're down to one ship.
There's 2 of us in Springfield right now. I'm heading back to carrier for rearm.
Anybody find that convoy?
Full yellow, fella.
I see you, motherfucker.
I'm saying, anybody know where it's at?
Blood had last night.
Hey.
It's just north of Fujira International Airport. Copy that, thanks.
Hit the deck, damn it. Oh, God! Damn it! This is a bad omen.
At the same time, be marvelous.
That was
this
super bad luck.
JSA's going for the wrong ship.
How is it that we lost our entire flight?
That Handy Winds had about 20 JSAs put on it now.
I think this one might be going for the stuff before it.
Shit, I was really hoping I'd beat that
Need
missile.
to target the ship.
Yep.
16 to 14s.
54.
Same.
14s, go ahead.
Yeah, sorry about that. We got shot
How
down
much
by
longer can you get play from
some enemy fighters, and therefore the ship is still very active.
Yeah.
I'm rearming
We got
myself.
bounced halfway coming across by a
Chop up.
The winds have got us.
I'm still set on just south of Fujira. Still ready to play. I can hold here until everybody else gets up before we go for that one.
Lazy. I just turned around and thought, fire.
So I think the reason why we've struggled on this is we don't have a GCI. If we'd had a GCI, we would have known what we were up against. And I might have gone, oh, I'll delay our attack, so Cap dealt with it.
You would.
That would
That's
have
the
been
thing
a
you do.
ship, and then you guys would have been killed by said ship, and everything would have been lovely.
We lost 2 of our guys in the fighters, yeah.
Yeah.
Any random JSAs just going out over the Gulf.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the deal with the JSAS is. We maybe also should have swapped a few aircraft to air, considering we didn't have as many people as we were expecting.
Well, what was Cap's flight doing? Because he said they were going air to air.
They attacked the carrier. They went for the carrier group. And the next thing I saw was Cap being chased by about 20 surface-to-air missiles.
What the actual?
I think
well,
I think he was expecting.
This is why all of this happened. They said they were going to do that, and then they decided they're going to attack the carrier after they said it's a non-target, it's a non-factor.
No, the funny thing is, Cap carried a loadout of 6 MRAMs. So him attacking the carrier group, I'm like, oh, okay. Are you expecting to find something to shoot there?
It's going to be an interesting attack for you. But yeah, all we needed was some air-to-air, and yeah, we might have got through.
Red activity in the southern zone. Ah! Did the guy reporting that just die? That's what that looks like.
Look at Elo. Let's see if Elo can salvage this.
It's like he was in the castle of. The castle of what? Oh no, it just says Oh, maybe he was inquisitive. Like he was like
He's carrying 4 clusters. Let's see.
Guys, did any of you pick up any enemy SAMs? Because I've noticed in F10 there's like no SAMs at all. No allied SAMs.
Yeah, so where our BK-90s were going to strike, there isn't a SAM there at all.
Yeah, I think there must be a problem with the server or something, because none of the allied SAMs are there, even the ones covering the normal airfields.
Well, that's just weird. That might explain some things.
There's something.
Did we lose all of our SAMs?
Yeah, like none of our SAMs are there. Even like the ones that are stuck in backwater airports.
That's
Do
a
you
problem. That's the mission maker talking shit. All right, well,
Yeah.
that's a problem.
Both blue and red SAMs.
If you're not flying at the moment, it might be worth checking the mission file in case you've done something silly like put on late activation. But for all the SAMs, it's a bit odd.
Yeah, no, I didn't at all. And I noticed some of the armor's missing as well. Actually, the enemy armor. So
Could explain the weird loading everyone seems to have as well.
Server's not having a good day.
I think we need to do this mission again.
Yeah, let's restart. Where are our friendly armor? I was going to jump into combined
weird,
arms.
trigger-wise with this one.
Not that I can think of. I mean, I've tried it several times in SP and it worked. So yeah, strange.
Scout Humvee.
Yeah, it is really odd.
Just mission editor.
Well, I'm going to blame server issues for me being shot down. That's it. There's nothing else.
Yeah, I'll tag onto that as well. I think.
Yeah,
all of our flight.
thirded.
That's someone from ED talking, so it's legit.
I thought
definite.
I thought it's agreed that I'm to blame.
Which is not true.
Oh no, you're overall to blame, Onslaught. Overall, yeah.
Obi, do you mind if I send you a copy of the mission just so?
Yeah, I was going to suggest that. I'll run it tomorrow on the server again and see if there's a problem.
Well, it's already on the server, so.
Yeah, but if you send me a copy,
I can't.
I was going full vegan in his Mirage.
Ooh, look at this Elo and his balls to the walls. Where is he going? What the fuck?
Are there not any ground units I can take over?
Sounds like there's a loading problem with all the ground units.
So, like, we don't have any then. I see a couple though, at, like fobs and stuff.
Yeah, that's true. I was looking for your convoy bean, and there was nothing there.
It's strange because I was watching a convoy on screen, so it's there. But I mean, some of the vehicles are statics.
Cap's dead,
so they're not actual vehicles. But yeah, the convoy was.
Yeah, I picked it up just before I.
Okay, I was only looking. I wasn't looking on the F10. I was just hammering around.
It's really random. It's really random. There's just like a whole load of ground stuff disappeared.
I think the most likely explanation is a server spaz, and it just needs it needs to be turned off and on again to think about what it's done.
The heli guys
needs a
spanking.
spanking.
The heli guys are having a field day.
I must admit,
That's what you thought.
Yeah.
I thought
I wasn't expecting any. I was just trundling along like near the west, just heading from the west coast across. I thought, oh, we're well in friendly SEMs here. We'll just potter over.
Then all of a sudden I was like, hey, Obi, danger close. There's an enemy right next to you.
And I saw it visually, and it fired on me. I dodged it, and then as I was diving around behind it, fired twice. I did number 2 and 3.
Yeah, Ali was saying that they were under attack, which I thought was a bit odd because they'd literally just taken off from the carrier.
The problem with the Vigan is, with the RWR and that, I just know something bad is happening. I don't know what it is or where it's coming from, but it's bad.
Well, and you can normally work out where it's coming from, and I literally saw the guy fire, so...
Yeah, you're well versed in all the bleeps and the bloops.
Shouldn't the Tawara also fire, like, sidewinders?
Yeah, it should have the rim thing. Shouldn't say the rim 117s, is it?
It totally, like, did not fire anything other than its Seawiz.
Yeah, it has those rims and the Seawiz.
How close did the jet spawn from the Liaoning? Because it seemed like they were on it very, very quickly.
Oh, rip Elo. They spawned at around. I remember seeing them at Grid Ian.
Yeah, they're flying cap over the invasion. So.
It looks like the convoy made it to Fujira Airport.
I'm declaring a rerun for this one.
Yeah,
guess we'll retry this in a week or something.
Yeah, I mean, up to Bendy with the scheduling, but up to Bendy with the scheduling, but I'm happy to rerun it. I mean, it saves me making another one.
I mean, if you talk to Cap nicely, we may have to do it on a non-mission day.
We just calling this a mulligan then?
I think we should. Yeah. I mean, fair play to getting those JDAMs through, but then of course there's no defenses.
There's no SAMs, no nothing.
Yeah, there's. I mean, ideally, yeah, you CAD guys would have taken out the tours and things, and then the JDAMs would have got through and sunk the ships. But
skills launching at the enemy AWACS.
Yeah, because it didn't actually matter in the end that we got shot down because, there was no SAM to destroy. I mean, I was going for MAVs for the ship, but still.
How do you deploy the MAVs on the Vigan, actually?
They are simultaneously very easy and very hard. depending on how you do it.
Point and click.
Yeah, that's the easy way. It doesn't always work perfectly, but it's quite nice.
YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming.
You can't see a great deal through it. If you fiddle around with the contrast and brightness settings, it's okay. But you got to treat them more as guided rockets rather than like you would an A-10 or a Harrier or something where you slowly wander around looking for stuff.
Yeah.
It is, you see it with your eyes, and then you point the dot at the thing, give it a double check through the scope, lock it, fire.
It's skill.
And if you get practiced at it, you can do ripple 4 off in a row, but it's a bit tricky depending on what's shooting back.
Skill's going to get that AWACS.
Still tracking.
Getting shot.
Looks like it's just going to fall short, actually.
Yeah, I've had to go defensive into the mountains.
The SAMs you've got down at the port, you've got ticked as dead.
This one went dumb. Oh no.
Yeah, the missile went dumb. Sad.
Boo!
Which port is that on, please?
I blame Onslaught.
Kasab.
This is the perfect time. This is the perfect time.
Dibby, but Kasab, basically. There's a load on the key side, but the only thing that's active there is ZSU to 23. Everything else, SAM-wise, is ticked as dead.
Yeah, no, that's correct, because they killed them all last week. But
What about the stuff by Fujira?
Yeah, there should be loads of SAMs around Fujira, and then friendly SAMs as well at every major FPH. And armor as well.
Yeah, there was a bunch of explosions around Al Minad, and I was expecting our SAMs to have dealt with it, but we now know if it works.
I want to know what these harpoons are doing.
Yeah, those explosions.
Woo! Woo!
Yeah,
Jesus. The terrain following radar, damn.
It did. They were just throwing shipwrecks across the peninsula.
There we go. I killed it.
I think it's firing at the frigate, but it's hitting it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, the terrain following on these the harpoons.
Yeah, they make it really close, I'll tell you that much. I think it cleared like 3 mountains so far by only about 10 feet. Not even that.
Oh.
Well, sucks to be that camel. Looks like the bomber fleet already did whatever it was gonna do. Okay, I take that back. I blame Cap for all of this. He was gonna go up and be Cap. He decided to go chase after a freaking carrier strike group instead.
But why? He's carrying all MRAMs.
I don't know. Cap's doing Cap things. Is there... What the... This is the most knockoffest knockoff of Chinese Reaper drones I've seen. That is a blatant ripoff.
I mean, what has China not done?
Yeah. Can't come up with the tech themselves, so they have to steal it and quote-unquote reverse engineer it.
I mean, if they do it, if they reverse engineer and make it better, I mean, that's props to them.
No, that's straight up supposed to look like the frickin' US Reaper. Look at the missiles too. Those are supposed to be like knockoff AGM-114s too.
Are they even missiles?
Yeah, those are knockoff Chinese Hellfires.
They look more like
They do, but they're AGMs.
Yeah.
Because China rips off a lot of stuff, but they don't know quite how it works, so they just kind of have to fill in the blanks, and that's what you come up with. They see pictures of it, and they tell their state developers, make this. Well, we don't have any blueprints of it. Make it.
Or
Okay.
we kill you.
Yeah. Or no, we don't kill you. We kill your family.
Exactly
They
right.
probably take reference.
Why would you kill my family? Because we can just make more of you.
They use the Russians as the base design to take the
"Quote unquote" American technology.
It looked like we got Kasar, huh?
I'd say we put an American Reaper with Stingers versus this thing. I'd say it'd win.
So no, the helo's just literally just parked. Because they're completely unopposed.
Yeah, I mean that's the problem. If none of the ground units render in,
There's a couple of HQ7s and an SA-15.
Whacked all our tanks. I thought we had tanks. I'm about to get in a tank.
Yeah, there's no tanks.
Yeah.
There's issues with the mission here, though, so a lot of the SAMs were missing and some of the armour was missing as well.
Ah, copy that.
Yeah, a whole load of stuff didn't render in there though, like tanks, sounds, friendly sounds.
Ah.
It's why a lot of our air units got lost immediately.
It's called
Oh, I guess that Hawk system was enough. As soon as Beam took off, seemed like he got pounced.
Yeah, exactly. That was the point. I was trying to get my own Hawk system to protect me. It wasn't there.
So basically, Bean, you spent a long time carefully building this mission to ensure it was perfectly balanced, and then DCS went, you know what? Let's see how many pieces we can remove.
Yeah, basically.
Let's play Jenga with the mission.
Wagner doing Wagner things. It's funny because I thought somebody was supposed to be like a QC of this. Toby.
Still, that frigate, that Type 54 gave you guys a run through, isn't it?
Yeah. I think me being shot down was entirely my fault because I lingered for too long trying to get a lock on the Type 54 that was shooting at me, so that I could go defensive, come back around, have it set up, and do a lob. But I immediately started diving for the ground. The missile caught me before I managed to get into the valley.
Yeah, well, there were lots of J-Sows, and they kept going for the handy wind, and none of them went for that 54.
Why would they go for
Yeah,
that?
it could
Why would they
be
go
the
for the
fact
handy
that-
wind if you're the one that controls where it lands?
I don't know. I just saw where they landed.
Could be the fact that you're exploding a bucket full of mines when everything's trying to load in, because you've got them on mission start.
Bean, are they actual landmines you're blowing up, or are they the explosion?
No, it's the landmine. That's the way Bendy and Scott explain the best way to do it.
And what the landmine's doing?
They're basically all designed to explode on mission start to put craters in the runway.
Because there is an explosion.
You're probably just doing. You're probably
trigger.
better just doing an explosion on a trigger zone. I would
Yeah,
say.
putting it on a timer like time after 60 seconds to allow the surface to get up, started, and loaded everything in, and then explode them.
So you think it's because it's on mission start? It's
I don't think
Very
that's anything to
possible.
do with the stuff not showing, but I think it's a better way of doing it is like everyone said, put a little timer on. Just if it could be 10 seconds, or
Sure,
you could do half after
hey,
10,
Fred.
half after 20. And I'd just use a trigger zone and really small trigger zone, and just do explosion.
Is it not possible? I know it's not at the moment, but
I didn't see
to
Whistler.
have like a crater static you just put down.
That would be really good, because that would solve me having to make it do any processing.
We have anybody with
Picture Spain Whistler.
Sound easy when you say them.
Yeah. I don't
So
know what I'm talking
I've been trawling through
Yeah,
the
there
various bits of DCS's
Holy
code to build a few little programs, and I assure you, it is a total shambles. I keep
There are
trying to look for
missiles
things that
launched.
should be really obvious places and going, okay, no, there's only part of that in that file and then the other part's somewhere else. And so I've been trying to look for in the save file, for all the weapons in the warehouses, they've got like this weird US type code. And I thought that's fine, there'll be a reference file somewhere in nope, scattered all over.
There's supposed to be dozens of bombers landing at Bandarajsk.
Where did Cap go, by the way? Did he get fed up and leave?
He's still in the...
I just heard him on mission, I heard him on guard, so I think he's just watching and filming.
There's been some HQ-7s firing from Fujira.
Good luck with slot. Keeps jamming us, so it's pretty hard.
What's Whistler doing anyway? He's got 1 kill.
Yeah, right past it.
I have to get right up on top of him.
Who's in the anti-Tomcat Hornet?
Sorry, Skill, what was that?
I've just spectated now. I've landed on the carrier, so I've just seen the Hornet that's got the anti-Tomcat paint job.
Beam instead of craters on the runway, just add cows in it.
You're being relieved by Dauber and Chopstick.
Somebody.
They're on the deck.
Oh shit. Oh shit. Died. Everything's still launching. Still have harpoons launching out. Woo! Go boys, go!
Just launching harpoons. Over this. Gonna hit the dirt.
Yeah, pretty much what I've been doing all day.
Yep, that would be a missile boat.
That AWACS is running now.
Don't give a shit about these guys. Oh, fuck no.
Chap 6 starting to pop up.
Launched.
Yep. There you go. Double tap. There you go.
Yeah. Good. Looks good. It's good tracking. Boom. It's down.
Enemy AWACS. Good.
Made in China. Of course, it breaks up.
Yeah, boys, 2 for 2. That's answer back for getting our E3 earlier.
Wait, what? Lost our sentry?
Now the question is, does Thompson have any left?
You can't go high. Go back and get
Okay, that's a lot of JSOs.
Hey, Bean, you there?
Damn, watch this freaking DCS from pretty far out.
Yeah.
Beyond.
Here, let me show you.
He whiz out. Down these things.
JSO's getting in.
If you take a look at medium discussion,
Still killing the handy win.
I think
that handy win's had about 20 JSOs go into it so far.
As,
Is it dead?
Like crater or debris. It's just a static object.
Looks like it's taken out the shipments. They have a freaking Jeff. They have a Jeff down there.
Secrets.
Ah, cheeky little prick. Yes, hit the ship. Yeah.
Oh, there we go. One hit the 54. I was like, how is any of them going to actually target, you know, the threat?
2 of them hit it.
We just have a JSOW that's out in the middle of the desert going, I don't know.
I don't know where.
Does the handy win not appear on F10?
Trying to look for the single camel to hit in the ass. Jesus.
Bean, if you take a look at medium discussion.
How are those going?
Capcom check.
Yo.
Copy.
Right. Okay. Has everyone completed their strikes? I think that was the last F-18 strike, wasn't it?
Yeah, there's still a bunch of JSOs going in.
Jesus. Can someone film it? My internet went out and it's all desynced.
Wait, to be honest, the mission's generally a bit screwed.
Yep.
So there's half the units are missing.
Yeah, mine. Oh, I knew something was wrong, but
because that's why a load of people got shot down at the start. Is all our SAMs weren't there.
Yeah, and all the armor disappeared as well,
yeah, it's because we did a server restart. Is why it is. I actually know if you load the same mission again that's just been loaded, what a bit of bad luck. There's a small percentage chance it'll only load half the units. It's a known bug. It's just a shame we didn't spot it, but it's what it is. We still did some damage and stuff. It's just one of those weird life things, you know.
Coming in for my last trap.
Can I have? Oh, well, I guess I can't have the attack for you then. I'm out anyway.
Unless we just rerun it again at some point.
actually get some footage.
Give me about 2 minutes, I'll be on the deck.
Roger. We'll probably do this one and then rerun it. Why don't we would do this one and then do a rerun next week, and just say it was cool because there was actually some good action in there. But hang on, does that mean we don't count the results? Yeah, but we won't count the results. How about that?
Do it tomorrow night.
No, people won't be ready for it. Plus, I've got a interview book with an RAF technician and IR2.
That's true.
Chopsticks just invaded Iran.
He does that.
Here.
Oh dear! Oh dear! Oh dear!
Oh, he's taking out compartments.
That would explain why you guys got raped at the beginning by all those. Because I was wondering, like, that's all making sense now.
It was a bit of a cock-up cascade, so me and Ali were trying to time our approaches, so he would come in just before, so we get a bit of cap cover. However, he got attacked really early because there weren't any SAMs
How did that miss?
The enemy at bay, which then meant they went after the Vigans, which then meant we didn't destroy the frigate, which then meant a bunch of other people got shot down because the frigate was going nuts, and yeah.
All right, well, don't worry about it, guys. That was a practice version. We all love a good practice
simulation.
Simulation of the simulation.
Bombers don't want to go down.
No comment. My mate made them, so I'm going to be nice and say they're excellent and perfectly programmed.
Invulnerable.
Where are these JSOs going? Are they going to take out the runway?
Can you record them, Grump? Because I can't. I'll never get back in.
I could.
Can't be
but
bothered,
I'm not going to get very much.
Be bothered.
No, I really can't be bothered right now.
Brilliant.
Value your honesty.
To be honest, it's a little too late to be recording now.
True.
3-wire. A lot of stuff already happened. Oh Jesus, what the hell is that? Maybe just have J-South landing around Fujira.
Oh, it means we can reuse the intro from the next one as well, so it'll be a short mission by now. We can have fun here.
Yep. More time to troubleshoot the server. We can.
Good splash.
Yeah, it's yeah.
Cap pondering his life choices.
It's a difficult one because quite often it misses kind of a random percentage of units out. So if it misses 100% out, you're like, it's really easy to spot because there's nothing, no ships, nothing. Sometimes it will just miss like 30% out, like it's probably done here, and it's like, oh, I didn't actually spot it until it's literally too late. That's what we had here. Is there a way of fixing that? Nope. I can't think of any way of actually fixing that. One thing I can tell you, it's only when you load the same mission again. That I can tell you. I know that.
So when we restart
Probably doesn't help.
Doesn't explain though what the weird everybody takes 4 hours to get in the game bug is.
Yeah.
That could have been the mines exploding.
Yeah. It would be interesting to run that same mission again without the mines exploding to see what happens.
Because it was twice it took that long. First start and second start.
I'll
and I'd recommend maybe getting some engagement restrictions on the ships as well. Stop them just lobbing missiles at each other.
Yeah, that is difficult. I've not found a way of doing that, by the way. In my missions, I'm stuck with that as well.
Yeah, if you have advice how I can program to do that, Obi.
Yeah, we'll have a look tomorrow. There is a problem with the.
Excuse me. Just for you, lie.
Can I have a attack for you, Whistler?
It was
I'm getting up.
Carrier, wasn't it? And
yeah, I had them on a trigger to go weapons free when enemy aircraft got nearby, and then they started pumping out shipwrecks as well as everything else.
Yeah.
But the only good side is that most of them hit the terrain, so that's the most good thing. But it's still sucking up server resources and pissing everyone off.
Yeah.
What you need is, at the moment, all we can do is shut the carriers groups down completely. Shut them groups down completely, but that means they don't fire SAMs, so which is stupid.
Yes.
So you have to leave them firing.
We have got a thing in for.
See, you see. You see, he's got it on the system, boys.
Split the weapons out in ships so we can control them.
There you go. Einfach. Right, I'm just waiting for attack view, then we'll blast through it, and then we'll reschedule it for next week. Boys.
And there you
Sounds good.
Apparently, I don't know why you've been on Hoggit V, but you have. If you open up the mission in single player first, then start it in multiplayer, it solves that issue. So there. But because it's a dedicated server, that's not possible. Damn. Doesn't matter. It's not it's not possible.
Yeah, it doesn't even have a graphics card.
Doesn't have a graphics card. Wow. No, problematic. No single player for you then. Sounds very much like an us problem.
Unfortunate.
Unfortunate. How's that view coming, Whistler? We're all waiting on you, baby.
It's there.
It's there, Cat. It's an attack view. Full.
No, that's me waiting on nothing then.
Actually
Stand by,
pretty curious to watch
downloading.
all this. Let's see. Actify.
And downloaded. Now we're going to find it. Fish it out, boys. Fish it out. Hook it out. There it is. Zap. 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 Turn the recorder on. Okay, guys. My F-16's in. Now I've got to land in RTB for my immersion. Well, that's problem. And welcome back, valued viewers. So, we were obviously in our own little world there, you know, flying our little F-16 flight, and we didn't realise the large implications of the mission. And it turns out that it was very problematic. How do I explain this to the valued viewers? There's a bug in the game, which means that sometimes if you reload a mission, a lot of the units are missed off when reloading, okay? I haven't managed to figure it out, pinpoint it down and fix it, so it's just there. And that happened this time round. You've probably noticed, if you've seen the video by this point, most of us got shot down. Well, that only happened because our SAMs didn't appear. So, for instance, we were supposed to have, well, you can see that's the UAE there. That should have been full of SAMs and vehicles and red and blue, but nothing loaded, right? So it was just an empty canvas. So the Reds just came in and shot us all down because we didn't have anything to protect our air bases. So it basically just didn't work. Obviously, we didn't realise that in our little F-16 unit. So we're going to redo this next week. We're going to treat this as Blood says, a simulation of a simulation, and we'll redo day 3 next week. But we might as well go through stuff anyway, so the valued viewers knew what everyone was up to. Group by group, Tomcat, send.
Hello, me, Whistler, Skill, and I believe Seahorse too. I'm not sure what nailed him because he's wasn't there for most of the second half of the mission. Me and Luke, however, we got up and did our Phoenix spamming. A lot of it, actually. I've actually lost count of kills. I think I got 1 or 2 at least. Maybe Luke knows. How'd you do, Skill? Okay, so
yeah, sorry. I was we headed out east initially. That's where the contacts were coming from, but then noticed there was a hell of a lot of bandits up north, so I went for them. I think I got 1 kill, but then permanently dodging missiles after that because it was terribly.
Those Chinese missiles, guys. Those Chinese missiles.
Yeah, Fujira's defenses were keeping us from prosecuting many of those targets to the east of the, I guess you call it a peninsula.
Got right in there.
So we'll just have to wait till somebody can do something about that.
All right. That was supposed to be taken out by other stuff that couldn't happen because of the server problem. But anyway, next group, send.
Dodge.
Please send.
Brutal.
Sorry, I was on the wrong button. Yeah, once the 14s got airborne, we headed sort of northeast initially to climb. And unfortunately, we ran into a fair bit of hostile air. And one of us got shot down pretty quick. The rest of us were having to defend like mad, which caused quite a bit of havoc for us when we're trying to do all our JSOWing and harming. In any case, we did get the harms off. We got some JSOWs off initially, but not sure how much success we had. We hit, and we also fired at some of the ships in the Handy Win and whatever. And we had some success that time. We went round, had another go. I think we got a little bit more success second time. We certainly didn't see any more of the HQ7 or the Tor, any radars emitting. So we've obviously got those. Not sure about all the launches on the HQ7. We then had another go. We went back, rearmed, refueled, came back and fired loads of JSOWs, JDAMs and whatever into the ships. And we got a few hits on those. Not really sure whether they're totally destroyed or not, but we must have got something. And we're all back home, back on the carrier.
I should report at this point, valid viewers, that we're not taking, because it was a duff mission, we're just going to redo this so we can ignore the end gameplay. Carry on. Well done. And next group.
Yep, Hornets again. We were heading north to Kasab initially, and then got the call that help was needed over Fujira. So we started heading over. We were still well to the west, so we were pottering over, wasn't really paying attention as you do. Got bounced right in the middle of what we thought was our SAMnet by Su-33, which got two of us. I shot him down and then headed back east. Got engaged by the Type 54, turned away, and again didn't really take it all that seriously because I thought I was far enough away, and I wasn't. So he got me, and then I think he got Grump as well on his way in, and that was it. So we all got shot down.
It's the story of today, really, isn't it? Next group, send.
Yeah, that was myself and Makabu in Jarhead in the AV8s.
Isn't there another? Sorry, isn't there another Hornet group, or have I mixed that up, guys?
Negative.
No, we did
They
two.
said the first one.
Roger. My apologies, Bean.
No worries. It's been one of those nights. Yeah, so I was keen, took off, but of course the cap hadn't arrived, and I started getting chased by a J-15, so I ran back to where I thought the Hawk Sam would be, but it wasn't there, so I got shot down, and
So
that
funny.
was the end for me.
Bean's like, where has it gone?
Yeah, it's like, the mission maker did a rubbish job. Oh wait, it's me. But yeah, and then over to Makabu, I don't know what he got up to.
Not so much. Just flying around, trying to find something to bomb. Actually, I crashed on a landing attempt and respawned, and then was supporting a bit the ELOs.
Lovely. Next group.
Allo Pontiac, Mirage Solo. Got to the target area. It's real thick over there. Got too close, searching for the convoy. Got tagged by a gun. Went in, gruesome sight.
It was some good flying. Was enjoying watching you. Yep. Next.
Hugh Cat.
Oh, right. Obviously. Well, we took off. We did a big journey. We got to Fujira. We kind of split up to do cap. I got completely disorientated. I do this somehow. I think I'm just getting a bit too old for this. I got disorientated where I was along the coast. I thought I was down here, valued viewers, where I was relatively safe between that SAM site and that SAM site. Turns out I was all the way up over Oman. Those F-16s are so damn quick. And if we go back to my death, that no one wants to see. Look where I was. I was all the way up Oman, fighting next to the aircraft carrier. And obviously I was immediately shot by Chinese missiles. I did amazing dodging. I was like sending them around in 360 degrees, but obviously overwhelmed at some point. And just complete lack of understanding where I was. Stupid. The boys did great, though. They shot a load of bandits down. Kudos to the F-14s as well for doing the same. And then went back, came out again, did an amazing job. They went for the AWACS, but my computer crashed just as they were about to shoot at it. Did you shoot it?
Yep, 2 missiles, double tap.
Well done. Not that it matters because we're redoing the mission, but well
And a
done
bunch
anyway.
of bombers were shut down too.
Nice.
Looking at that tactical cap, it would seem that they sent half their inventory after you.
Well, yeah, there was a lot, wasn't there? And I wasn't taking it seriously because I thought I was down here. I was like, oh, maybe it's a stray missile at 50 miles. I'm not going to worry about it too much.
They shot a lot of missiles at me too. Cappy said I nearly dodged one.
You'll see.
Oh, good.
Yeah, it's great work from all you guys. Yeah, that's that. Next group's end.
Yep. So our plan was to take down the Tor and HQ7 site by Fujira and the 54A, the ship there. And I think we were about halfway through the cock-up cascade, where because all those SAMs are gone, that meant that the F-18s got hit, which meant that they couldn't provide cap for us, and also, and Cap, as you said, you got a little bit lost. That meant that there were no friendly fighters above us as we were running in for our attack run, which meant that we both got shot down. Half of Stote's flight in the end wouldn't have mattered because one of the units that didn't spawn in was his target. But I was going for the frigate, which had I shot that down, that would have meant Obi and others wouldn't have been shot down by it later on. So yeah, I think just one bad thing led to another throughout this mission.
Yep. Next group, send.
Cobra unexpected. We headed up the coast looking for armor. Never found it. I don't know if it's a server issue. So we ended up splitting a group of 2. Headed to Kasab and basically slaughter everything over there, and then headed back. I don't know if the boys have something to add.
I was watching you do it. Yeah. No, nothing for the boys. Well done. Next group, please.
Right, RT in the Mistral. I spent an hour and a half stalking I think it's a J11 that was up near Kasab. He went round and round and round and didn't engage anybody, and I could never get a lock on him to engage him either. So you can see it on your TAC view. He's just going round, and I'm just sat there.
90 minutes of chasing simulator from Artie. Oh well, yeah. Kept you busy at least. Anyone I've missed? Okay, guys, massive cock up, obviously.
Kilos.
They've just been talking.
Oh, sorry.
You weren't listening again.
That's some good coffee.
That's some good coffee.
That's some good coffee.
What was I saying, guys? Obviously, server cock up. Can't help it. Some great individual flying going on from a lot of you guys. A lot of you were operating in massive Chinese SAMnets. So be it. Not from me. We'll do it again next week. I'm going to put it together anyway because there will be some cool boom boom, and the valued viewers love nothing more than boom boom on an evening. I'll see you guys next Monday, I guess.
See you, Cap.
Bye.
Bye, Cap.
See you guys.